Welcome everyone to this episode of Wrestling Tonight. I'm Victor, this is Dylan, and we'll start off with what happened this week on Raw. To open up the show, Undertaker comes out and talks about his match.
About Triple H said that he was gonna end the streak of Undertaker, and that when Triple H ends his streak, the Undertaker will die.
Yeah, and so the Undertaker keeps talking about their match. After that, we hear that Stone Cold Steve Austin is going to be on this episode, but then we go and see that Randy Orton is being attacked backstage by...
No, he attacked them and then he got attacked from them.
Yep, but after he gets attacked, CM Punk tells the Nexus members to pull him to the ring, and when we come back,
David Otunga and Randy Orton make a match. But David Otunga like, ring the bell! Ring the bell!
Yeah, because he wants to take advantage that Randy Orton's hurt. But Randy Orton agrees, and he says ring the bell, and what winds up happening? Randy Orton wins.
No, Randy Orton, he was hurt on the ground. David Otunga picked him up, and Randy did the RKO.
Yeah, we did the RKO, but then Mason Ryan comes out, right? And attacks him. Is that what happened?
Yeah.
But how does it end? By Randy Orton punting.
Kicking David Otunga in the skull. And now there's only two Nexus left. There's only,
Mason Ryan and CM Punk.
So if Randy takes out Mason Ryan, it'll be one left, and if he takes out all the Nexus, no one exists.
Yep, and then we hear that Michael Cole's going to reveal who his guest referee is tonight. Then we also hear that The Miz isn't here because he's boycotting Raw because he's being disrespected. All everyone keeps talking about is John Cena and The Rock. So, I mean, I wasn't going to miss him if he wasn't there because, I don't really care much for The Miz.
Because he goes every day he goes, I'm awesome, I'm awesome, I'm awesome.
Yep, that's all he does. So if he was there or wasn't there, it doesn't really matter to me. After that, it was Christian versus Alberto Del Rio.
But it wasn't a match until you beat...
Yep, because Alberto Del Rio said, we're going to fight, but we're not going to fight tonight. Tonight you got to be Brodus Clay.
And then he almost won, but Alberto attacked him, and then Edge came out. And then they were fighting, and then the GM Theodore Long came out.
Okay, that's on SmackDown.
Oh yeah.
That's right, on SmackDown. On this episode, Christian fights against Brodus Clay, and it goes back and forth for a little while. Brodus Clay, we see his power. I mean, the guy's huge. He's got power. What do you think of him?
He's too fat to jump off a roof.
Yep, and basically Christian wins. He reverses a move on Clay and winds up giving him the tornado DDT. So it was a good match. It was kind of a good power versus speed match, which Christian won. No surprise there. But Alberto Del Rio comes in and puts Christian in his finisher, which is the arm breaker, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, we see some video of Sin Cara, which, I keep looking forward to seeing him after WrestleMania.
I said, well, they're going to make a new WWE. I'm telling myself, I hope he's in the game, because he can do spins while he jumps.
Yep, and then after that, we see video of the newest Hall of Fame inductee, which is Sunny, and she's one of the original divas. So we got to see a little video of her. And then after that, it was for the women's title, Eve versus Nikki Bella. And this was a good match. Like I said, I think Eve's a good wrestler. She's got great potential to go even further. And the Bellas are always interesting because they have the whole Killer Bees thing where they switch in and out and no one really knows which towards which.
Today, Brie Bella tried to get in the ring and switch, but actually the referee saw Brie Bella go in.
Yep, so they tried to do the twin magic, which was switching, and they got busted, and it led to Eve winning the match. The only thing that I didn't like about this match had nothing to do with the match. It was that Michael Cole interrupted them halfway through, and I thought it was really disrespectful because, I mean, how can you concentrate on wrestling when Michael Cole's talking about how bad the Divas wrestling is? And I thought it was a good match, so I don't think it was bad at all. And you know, so that was my problem with it. Like, that was very disrespectful, even if it was part of the story. You know, what did you think of that?
It was still bogus, and watching Michael Cole stand up and say it's boring. He's like a pickle inside a sandwich.
And then after that, we hear that Snooki from the Jersey Shore is going to be the guest on the next Monday Night Raw, so that'll be interesting. And then it's time for Michael Cole to introduce who his special guest referee is going to be for WrestleMania.
He on us. He said, you know, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, he made it sound like it was
Austin. Then he tricked us, and it was really JBL.
Yep, so JBL comes out and he talks about how, you know, great Michael
He was
Cole is.
about to sign to be the ref, but Stone Cold Steve Austin came out.
Yep, Stone Cold came out, and what did he do?
He did the stun.
The stunner? He did the stunner on JBL and did what he usually does, which is pop open a few cans.
Yeah, people throw him a can, and then he pops them open, then he drinks them. But now he spilled it on Michael Cole's head, and he did it 2 times. Then
he spilled it on JBL too.
Then they JBL and him were drinking, and then he did the stun again to JBL. Ugh.
Yep, and so it was nice to see Stone Cold back on Raw. It was
now he's the ref.
Yeah, so then he picked up the clipboard and
he said, "Give me an H yeah."
Yep, he said, "Give me an H yeah if you think I should sign this." So he winds up signing, and it turns out that now for Michael Cole versus Jerry Lawler at WrestleMania, Stone Cold Steve Austin is going to be the referee, which should be interesting. And this was actually a good twist. And so then he left, and what else happened? Do you remember?
Wait, which one are we on?
After that, Swagger comes out and he says he was gonna take care of Stone Cold. Jerry comes out because obviously Michael Cole had to go in and change. He was full of beer, so Jerry comes out to the commentators' table. Then we see Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus. Right? Do you remember that?
That match was kind of.
It was weird because remember, Sheamus got thrown out of the ring and he counted out.
Yeah.
So that was kind of strange. What do you think of that one?
It was kind of weird, but he got thrown out. His leg was like this, like moving straight and back. So the ref counted to 10, and he was out.
Yeah, and then Sheamus grabs a mic and talks about, you know, losing streak and whatever, and about next week, and he says that if he loses next week, he'll quit. So
he'll quit like WWE. Yeah. And we want him to quit, but he needs a tan. He's like all white. He's a white body. And he does this in the game. Canadian ain't.
Oh, he does?
Canadian ain't bacon.
He does?
Yeah.
Okay. So then we hear Shawn Michaels talk about
Triple H. Ending the streak.
The streak, yep. And after that, we saw R-Truth versus CM Punk, which I was hoping R-Truth would win, but he didn't win the match. It was won by CM Punk.
Yep. Because there is men out there. Only one.
And then after that, what else happened? After that we see Vicky Guerrero come out.
Yeah, and
right?
Yeah, but it's kind of bogus that his Chavo Hero and Vicky are brothers and sisters. That's bogus.
So Vicky comes out and guess who comes out?
Dolph Ziggler, and then.
But they reveal that Dolph Ziggler is now hired to Raw.
Yeah, but then it was a match. John Morrison didn't win. So,
which I thought was bogus because John Morrison deserves, to win all the matches he's in because that guy's pretty good. So we didn't get to see much of John Morrison.
But Theodore Long came out.
No, wait, that wasn't this one. After this, what happened was that Vicky starts talking about her and Dolph Ziggler. And then we get an email basically saying that Dolph is hired, but Vicky's not hired to Raw. So that if she wants a job, she's gonna have to
fight.
Trish Stratus.
Yeah, and if she loses, she's fired for real. She was fired already. Why should she be coming back?
And then, but what happened is also security comes out and escorts her out of the ring. After that, we see again what The Rock said about John Cena last week, and after that, after the break, John Cena comes out and talks about
The Rock again.
Yep, and then he keeps talking. He talks about The Rock. It's kind of the back and forth we've had over the last few weeks. And then what happens? This was a real surprise.
The Miz was like under the ring, like this, and then he came out with his belt, hit John Cena in the face 2 times, and then it was weird. But on Raw, we didn't see him do the people's elbow, but somebody just posted that maybe because.
Actually, yeah, we saw it. Remember? Did we?
No.
It wasn't on Raw?
No.
I think it was.
No. He only hit him with about 2 times, and then he said he was awesome, and then when we saw it again, he did maybe he posted that for The Rock.
Oh, maybe. So The Miz does basically the finisher of The Rock.
And that's that's The Rock's move, not his. He had already 2 signature finishers, and that's The Rock's people's elbow.
And The Miz's message to The Rock was that he should be the best Ryan Seacrest he can be, which is pretty funny. And that was about it for Raw, so we'll kind of wait and see what happens next week. It should be a good week, but it was good to see Stone Cold back, and so it seems like every week we have some...
JBL, but
JBL.
He's not doing anything. He's probably in his car doing nothing because...
Yep, so in the last few weeks, we've had The Raw come back, we've had Undertaker, we've had Triple H, we've had Stone Cold, Trish Stratus, and so it'll be interesting.
Yeah, we're missing on JBL.
In JBL, so it'll be interesting to see if anybody else comes back, so stay tuned.
1 second. You people, what are you doing? We told you, wrestling tonight like this. Wrestling tonight is boring. You need to get us a new name. Because WWE doesn't like wrestling tonight. So you post, you go to your Facebook, you go anything you have. And we might pick you and can you dig it, sucker?
Alright, well, thank you for watching and we'll see you next week.